put a shitty blade on. Now we use a lot of green stuff, so you're going to want a sculpting tool or two. Now this is a Gale Force 9 set. You don't need all these, and you can actually make sculpting tools. I've seen guys use paper clips on the end of a piece of wood to be able to carve shapes and stuff with. The right tool for the right job, once again, but you don't need this. You can find stuff around your house that can do the same job. But right tool, right job. Green stuff. Speaking of that, don't go buy like the little strip from Games Workshop or whatever other manufacturer has it in a little bitty strip. You can go buy a big container of it with about 10 times as much for about 1/3 of the price. So shop around. If you're not going to shop at a game store, if they don't happen to have everything, go to a hobby store. Yeah, I know you can probably find it on the web, but if you don't support the local game stores, the local hobby stores, they'll be gone. Alright? Internet's nice and convenient, but the little guy needs to eat too. Think about that. You see here, I've got numerous brushes that I've picked up, found them on sale, grabbed some extras. Handy tack, or the glue that you put up posters with. This is good for putting pieces together temporarily. Here's a tool. It's by X-Acto. It's for cutting foam core. I know several people know it by different terms. I think architectural board is what it's called. It's the stuff that's got styrofoam with 2 pieces of cardboard. You can make houses and buildings and stuff. I know I got some around here somewhere. If I had probably prepared a little better, I'd have had it out to show you. But most of you know what I'm talking about. Different kinds of glues. Here's another bottle. I've got some up there. You want a model glue. Model glue is good for plastic parts. Super glue for metal parts. Alright. Yes, you can use super glue on plastic, but that's not what it was made for. The plastic glue actually melts the plastic together, kind of welds it together. Right tool for the right job. There's a pinstriping tool to tape stuff off. You don't need this, but it makes it easy. Some sort of saw. They make various kinds of these. And of course, I'm not going to find one when I need it. But they make some, like I don't want to say it's a coping saw, but it's a blade and a handle. Well, yeah, that's what a fucking saw is, huh? Wow. There's another kind of blade. As you see, I've got various blades. Different, right tool for the right job. Here's some of those screwdrivers and stuff that I was talking about. Now this is a little bit smaller than I have over here on the desk, but in my tool rack. Pin vise. Now they make these various styles. You have one that looks kind of like your hobby knife with a drill bit end on the end of it, all the way to this style where it has a ball and you spin it with your fingers. This, you do the same thing. Drilling through parts. Sometimes, especially in metal bottles, the pieces are so heavy that super glue just won't hold it. So you drill a hole in one, drill a hole in another, put a piece of metal in there, glue that together. That metal will sit inside. They call it pinning. Strengthens the bond. All kinds of measuring devices. Everything from the gamer's thing to other types of tapes for taping things off. All this stuff comes in handy. Here's a sponge, you know, the old green style for scrubbing your pans. I ripped the green off to do it with something else, but I kept, it was for the wet palette. But paint jobs, certain paint jobs, I can use this to get different effects. I can make something out of this. All your little scrap pieces that normally you would throw away, start hanging on to them. All the little extra pieces when you build a model, either clip them out and put them in a box and call it a bits box. You know, you got this piece left over because it had two options. You know, you can only put one on, so the other one, you save it because you never know where this is going to come in handy. It's called our bits box. I've got a drawer down here that's just full of stuff, getting ready to overflow. I actually keep the sprues because I do something with those as well. A lot of people just throw these out. Later episodes you'll see what I'm talking about. Here's a neat little tool. You've seen the file. This has a piece of sandpaper that goes all the way over, and I can get in different, you know, if I need an inside curve, I got that. It's just a little small piece of sandpaper. Sandpaper is a good thing to have in your box, in your toolkit. Here is a chisel with a rasp on it. When we do some of the foam for our hills are usually made out of styrofoam. This is good to shape it with, to get that rough shape. This one just happens to be built onto a file instead of it being a rasp and a chisel, I meant. It's got a couple different styles, like on the side it's got for a little notch if I need to, you know, I got something small, a corner or something. Inner curve, flat surface. This one just happens to do two tools at once. I can still use it as a chisel with this part, or use it as a rasp. Cool little combo tool. Once again, I didn't go out and spend a ton. I found it on sale. Picked it up. Glue gun. Hot glue gun. Invaluable. When you get to doing terrain, this is a great little handy tool. You can buy good ones of these, you can buy cheap ones of these. Get the best you can afford with any tool. Get the best you can afford. Here's some pots for when I mix paints, mix colors up. I can mix the color up in there. Keep it airtight for when I need it again. Do you need to run out and buy this? No. But it comes in handy. Here is a hot foam cutter for cutting styrofoam. I told you that, you know, we make our hills out of foam a lot. This is good for carving into it. It's electric. This gets nice and hot. You can carve like butter through styrofoam. They also make a style that's just a thin metal rod. This is really used for, mine's bent because I let somebody use it who didn't know what they were doing. They were trying to use this tool as this tool and trying to carve it out and put tension on it. This is really made for doing detail work. You want to add a brick facing or a facade on your styrofoam. You can cut detail into it. You want to make lava rock. You know, you want to get those holes where it looks like it's melted away. That's what I mean, right tool for the right job. If you're wanting to use this tool, don't grab this one. I know that sounds pretty basic, but mine's bent because somebody didn't realize that. Magnets. I know you can't see these. These are rare earth magnets. Great for sticking two pieces together if you wanted to be able to take them apart. You know, say this happened to go on here, but for transport I might want to be able to take this off, so I mount a magnet. Now it sticks. These earth magnets come in various sizes and strengths. I found them on sale. Picked some up, threw it in the box. Never know when that stuff's going to come in handy. Here is raw sandpaper. Now, of course, this one was used. I've got clean sheets at the bottom, and I don't just feel like digging out right now, but this one was laying close up to where I could reach it. All stuffed in the box.